Hello, this is Igor Kheifets, and I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this case study call. With me, I've got Dennis Ray, a client of mine who lives here in my hometown of Rad, Israel. And Dennis and I have worked together for just a bit over 6 months, I think. And Dennis is just starting to enjoy a very comfortable living through the Lisbon lifestyle that we all talk about so much. So, Dennis, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear, Igor.
Alrighty. So why don't you start by sharing with the listeners what made you decide to reach out to me and ask for help?
All right, sure. Well, I was working in the web development field for a couple of years, since 2007 or so, and I've been having a really rough time because it was so much work and it was really exhausting, and the clients were simply they were simply killing me, man. I just couldn't mentally deal with it, and I had to do something that would, you know, release me from the situation I was in, like working 10 to 12 hours a day and, barely making enough money to live the lifestyle I always wanted. And I've heard about list building, and I wanted to try it myself, but at some point I decided that the best way to work with a guy who has proven experience and proven results and that created the lifestyle I want for myself for others. So that's when I decided to give you a call and try and get accepted into the program.
Okay, and I must admit I've been skeptical because I rarely, if ever, work with people from my hometown, especially folks that I've run into on the street. I kind of try to keep things a secret as far as my what I do, right? But you knew me from way back, and we weren't close friends or anything, but you did see me in the Tammuz coffee shop where I hang out. You've always been walking around with your girlfriend, and you've seen me work. So uh, did you strategically decide to work with me because you knew me personally, or did you go because of the results, or was it both?
No way was it because I knew you personally, because if you didn't have proven results or something I can actually rely on, I wouldn't, no way I would put my trust and my money into you. So it was definitely based on pure results.
Okay, so before you reached out to me, for how long have you been trying to make money online?
Well, like I said, I was in the web development business. I used to build websites for clients, but the marketing and list building and everything, I had absolutely zero experience. So you were my first and my last, as it seems.
In a very platonic way, I hope.
Yeah.
Right. Um, well, but I do know that before jumping on board with me, you did study guys like Ryan Dice, which you know, which introduced you to the concept of email marketing. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, I've tried some products by Ryan Dice and some other, big shot marketers, but I never really took action. That's the big difference. The big difference is that with your coaching and guidance, I was actually able to, break through that barrier that, you know, it always looked like a myth and a dream to actually make this kind of money and have this kind of lifestyle. So I didn't really believe in myself and the fact that it's actually possible to do it. And that was one of the big differences for me.
Okay. Now, when you joined and you started getting to know the concept of self-liquidating list building, I remember that you immediately started taking action, but you really struggled with copywriting. Could you tell us why? Like, what were the big reasons why copywriting was so hard for you?
Well, first of all, I think that our listeners might not know it, but English is my third language, just like you, so it was hard for me to, actually write and speak and think like an American. But once I, put myself into it and really worked hard, I was able to rapidly improve. And with yours, your tips and guidance, it really helped me to, start writing properly, and my copywriting greatly improved, and it's something that I will be able to use in in tons of other stuff, not only in marketing. It changed my perception of the English language, and it's a tool for life.
Okay, and I know that you've also used this skill to make money just outside of your business. Just could you briefly share with us what did you do?
Well, I used my new copywriting skills to start a new side business in the web development and hosting industry, and I was able to generate upwards of $1,500 a month nowadays, only from a side business I created using those skills. I'm not talking about even about list building, which is a whole different story.
Okay, and we'll get into Lisbon in just a minute. So what happened is once you understood copywriting, so now you know how to sell and how to
Yeah.
sell online, how to sell in print through the digital media, right? Whether it's Facebook, emails, blog posts, doesn't matter, just anything that's digital and it's written. You went ahead and you started using your previous experience a small like a 1 or 2 man operation hosting business, and you took it to $1,500 a month in passive residual income.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I'm so grateful for that. I mean, I have friends and colleagues and coworkers who are, literally busting their balls working 10 to 12 hours a day, and I'm actually making the same amount or even slightly more money than them by working, sometimes 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day, and sometimes not even that. So, I mean, I have no words for that. That's purely amazing.
Well, but let's not give the listener the wrong idea. You did work really hard for a few months in order to make that happen, right? You didn't
Yeah,
just walk into it. You didn't just start making a full-time income out of nowhere.
no, no. I worked really hard for a couple of months, and now I'm, enjoying the fruits of my labor.
Awesome. Now, how about the list building side of things? So you brought the hosting business, which is a side business, to $1,500 a month, which is going to be enough for most people out there to pay the rent and get some groceries every month, so they don't have to worry about it. So, but not everybody has the skill set to start a hosting company. So what were you able to accomplish within the list building side of things?
Well, this month I sold like 200 clicks exactly 3 minutes ago before we started this call to one of your students actually, and I mean, this brings me up to about $2,000 in profit this month. So,
Right, but
I-
you're not making money just by selling soloids, are you?
no, my product is also selling quite well. My funnel is bringing back most of the money I invest, and it's fantastic. I mean, I didn't expect such results from, Igor, this is my very first funnel. So the results I'm getting for my first funnel are exquisite.
Well, the thing is, that's what you get when you really execute a proven plan, right? When I started out, my first funnel bombed. I sold maybe two products out of a couple thousand visitors.
Igor,
Um,
I sold 300 products this month.
okay, all right. Well, let's put this into perspective for the listener. Now, this means if your funnel is able to bring you almost all your money back, and I'm assuming sometimes it flops and sometimes it brings you more, so it averages out somewhere around the break-even point, which is okay. So, in other words, you're able to put $1 into the list building and expect somewhere around 80 to 90 cents back, plus get the subscribers.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes, if I'm lucky, I can even get paid. If you seen my testimonials on Facebook, it's not rare to see me post testimonials where I made, 100 or 200 bucks for adding hundreds of new subscribers to my list. So that's purely amazing. I get paid to build my list. What can I ask more than that?
Well, again, this is not something that just happened to happen to you. It is something you've earned, right? It's something you worked hard for and something you've achieved. So you should give yourself a pat on the back for it and not just feel like you're just the luckiest man alive. You really did make it happen. Um, so you're getting paid to build your list now. Sometimes you break even, sometimes you don't make all of it back, but make most of it back. Either way, your list is growing, right? So how big is your list right now?
Well, my list is around 15,000 subscribers, and I'm cleaning it quite oftenly, removing, dead leads, unresponsive leads, stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I just removed 700 leads last couple of days, and my delivery rates actually went up, and I can sell more. So, it's about the quality, not the quantity.
Awesome. So, do you do besides your own product sales and solo ad sales? What else? I mean, do you have any other income streams associated with your list?
Yeah, I mean, I market CPA offers and I market JV Zoo, and I'm getting fantastic results. Just the past couple of hours, I made 6 sales from promoting JV Zoo to my buyers, and that resulted in $160 in sales from just one email. So
This is insane. Just,
buyers rock, man.
buyers do rock, and I completely agree with that. In other words, what you're saying when you say JVZoo, you mean you're promoting affiliate offers of other people's products and get paid commissions, right?
Yeah, man, I pick up an affiliate offer that's proven to convert, which looks good, which I connect to, and I believe that my buyers can benefit from. And, I send the email and I get paid. Simple as that.
This is ridiculous. So, if we get down to the brass tacks, what is the? Let me ask you this: what did you bring net last month after traffic expenses, after the tools you're paying for? So, what was your net profit? Again, if you're not comfortable giving the specific numbers, just give us a ballpark figure.
Just before I tell you, I answer that, I just wanna let you know I didn't even tell you this before our chat today, but yesterday I secured a lucrative coaching deal with a coaching student for $12,000.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, good for you. Congratulations, man. Like I said, I mean, I've said it before and I said it again. You deserve it, right? And actually, this is a quick tip for everyone's listening. A lot of times, the magic in getting paid a lot of money is actually asking for it. The one thing that it does stand out in you, Dennis, it has something to do with you being self-employed in the past, is you're used to ask for the money. A lot of people I know and a lot of people that I coach oftentimes I must change the way they think about money in general and specifically about asking for it because they just they sell off the back of their heels as John Carlton says, or some even don't sell at all. So the one thing that my hat is off to you is you have the balls to sit there with a straight face and ask for what you think and what you feel you're worth, and you should get paid as a result, which is what you're doing. So congratulations, man. But let's just put this 12 grand coaching deal aside, just the list building side of things, because a lot of people listening to this call are still not in the place where they can see themselves, selling high ticket coaching and stuff like that, which is something that a lot of my students actually do. But right now, we are focusing on the initial stages of your growth. So, just the list building income, solo ed sales, affiliate product sales, your own sales funnel. So, what have you brought? What have you made last month?
I think I made just upwards of $5,000.
Awesome. And that is working on average about, I wouldn't say 10 minutes a day, but you've probably been averaging out a couple of hours a day.
Man, I don't even consider it working. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I have no idea. It can be 30 minutes. It can be 2 hours. I don't even see it as work. It's, when you make money and you do something that's enjoyable, it's not work. It's a hobby that pays insanely well.
All right. Well, that's a very good thing to have. I mean, waking up in the morning, looking forward to doing something instead of dreading, saying how, oh, I got these clients that are paying my ass, or just basically what I see a lot of self-employed folks do. They just buy themselves a one-way ticket to a hamster wheel. Especially those who buy a McDonald's franchise or a Taco Bell franchise. They just spend so many years trying to pay it off while managing a staff of pimple-faced dumbasses. And no disrespect to any of their employees, but I mean, a lot of employees, if you ever run your own business, are dumbasses, and you can't really do anything to make him cooperate and perform. So this is what happens a lot of times, and I really, really hated it at some point in my business, where when my business was actually focused on having a lot of employees. So eventually, I made the shift to have a more systemized business with fewer employees. So, well, this has been great, and I do
Listen,
appreciate.
listen, Igor. The only one-way ticket I'm buying is to Thailand next month. So yeah.
Oh, you're not coming back? You're
No,
not gonna come back to visit?
I'm gonna come back when I had enough, and I don't know when will that be. So I'm gonna just enjoy myself, sit on the beach.
Okay, well, watch out, man. I hear there's some freaky things going on in Thailand. Um, before we wrap up this call, um, what would you say to somebody who's in the same shoes you were about 6 months ago?
All right, I would say something that I say to my own students nowadays. This might sound sometimes it might sound too good to be true, but that's just how it is. It works. There's no other way to say this or explain this. It flat out works. That's it.
But it only works if you do, which is something that's important to mention. A
Yes,
lot of people are
it works.
still. Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean you're absolutely right. It's important to mention. It works if you do. If you put in the time in the beginning and work hard, later on you can enjoy and remove the pedal from the metal and start living the lifestyle you always dreamed about. It's possible. It's not a myth. And with your help, I mean, it's fantastic.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, this is why it's so great and different from a job or being, a self-employed individual. Because if you're self-employed, or if you have even a high-paying job, a lucrative job, if you work, the income keeps coming in. What happens right now is you can be as lazy as you want to be and still make money. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
you've just
man.
came back
I'm
from a
up.
trip in Germany, I think, right, where you took your girlfriend.
Yeah, I paid for everything.
You paid for everything cash.
Yes, everything cash, and you know, at this point, I didn't even bat an eye. I don't want to brag, but I always dreamed to have this feeling where I can simply, get a vacation, get away, and not worry about it. And this is the first time in my life I could actually do it, and man, it feels fantastic.
So you weren't able to do anything like that back when you had your own web development or web design company?
No, no way. And I had such an emotional connection to money from working so hard to get it. I sometimes I couldn't even bring myself to do these things, and now it's completely different.
Okay, well, again, congratulations, man, and you deserve every ounce of that success. Just because you worked really, you worked your ass off to make it happen, and this is something that again worth mentioning. This isn't for anybody who has this mush cookie, carbon copy mindset where somebody's supposed to do anything for you, or somebody's supposed to give you a proven system where you can just copy and paste and insert your username into it. So it's not going to work like that. But if you really put in the work and you're willing to step out of your comfort zone and push the envelope to master this particular system, you can be, a few months from today, you can be enjoying these vacations, and you can be enjoying the lifestyle. But again, I mean, you even don't have to be going on vacations all the time, do you? I mean, you know me, I work hard. This is what I
Yeah.
do. Anytime you pass the coffee shop, I'm here working, and this is because I got my own goals and my own perception about what I want to achieve here. But you can easily just, like you said, take the pedal off, take the foot off the pedal, and just enjoy whatever results you've built for yourself, because it does not take a lot of time and energy to manage and sustain the business at a level of making between 5 to 10K per month, or even greater levels, if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I keep telling my girlfriend that if I had Igor's work ethics, I'd be a billionaire by now. But not everyone are like you in that field.
Well, they can be, and they should be, because Igor is awesome. Anyway, um, well, yeah. So I do appreciate you taking the time to record this with me, Dennis, and I wish you to keep growing, keep expanding, and congratulations on all your success.
Yeah, I just wanna say one last thing, if I may.
Sure.
I wanna say a big thanks to you, Igor, for giving me that big slap on the head when I procrastinated in the beginning and didn't really believe in myself and was kind of ready to throw in the towel, or I don't know what I was thinking, and you came and you helped me stay on track, and from there I only went from strength to strength. So thank you.
Well, I mean, let's just not confuse people saying that I'm that sort of fairy tale kind of person that can say it's okay, Dennis, you can do it. More so, what I did is I challenged your ego, right? Because you did come over to the coffee shop. We had a conversation, and you were telling me how hard it is to write copy, and how hard it is because you're not a native, English speaker, and you don't seem to get it. But what I really did was I challenged you. I poked holes in your bullshit, if you will, and I showed you that you're the one who wants this. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be committing to me financially. Otherwise, you wouldn't be committing to the program the way you've committed, and you wouldn't be basically getting slaps on the upside the face from a guy like me, right? Who, you know, besides knowing marketing, I have no other virtues. I'm not pretty, and I'm not super smart, and I'm definitely not nice. So why would you take insults from a guy like myself? And so this is all I did. I mean, the power to change is still within you, right? And you should not ever give that away to anyone else. But anyway, you are welcome, man. And the best praise that I know is getting these kind of case studies. Recording, seeing change, and having you realize, holy crap, I've made it. I've arrived. I can go to Thailand and not worry about my business and my income.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. So I'll let you go on with your not so busy day. And again, I appreciate you taking the time. And anybody who wants to work with me, just go to thelisbillionlifestyle.com and submit your free application, and we'll talk.
All right.
Alrighty. So talk soon, man. Bye.
Bye, bye, Igor.